Yo, what up, gang? I'm Just Doing. We back with another Rust console wipe, and today I have a little bit of a longer video for you guys. This time we were playing on the Test Branch experimental server, so I am playing on the Rust console Test Branch separate version of the game. I just made a video about this about a week ago, so if you want to go check that out and see what's all new in these experimental gameplays, go ahead and do that. In this video specifically, it's just going to be the tech tree, which I didn't really get to use too much. But we also do have some new monuments on this server, so I figured why not give it a try. Next week, I'm probably going to be playing regular servers because I want to use my skins, and they don't let you use skins in this version of the game. So starting off, we're doing our basic stuff, getting as much cloth as we can, trying to get some bags down. I ran across this outpost, so I decided to go ahead, and it was a lot of crates in here actually, and I get a lot of crates in this video that actually help me with my blueprints because I have no blueprints on this server, and I actually should have been tech treeing more now that I think about it because I did have a lot of scrap in this run. I didn't make a video specifically focusing on the tech tree because it's a pretty basic mechanic that's been in PC Rust for a long time. I'm sure a lot of people already know how it works. It's basically a skill tree, but with blueprints. Also ran across a lot of decayed bases on these servers. I don't know if it's just because they're experimental servers, but I don't really see a lot of decayed bases on the wipe day on the public main server, so that was a little weird. But right now we're on our way to the new abandoned supermarket, which is pretty much the same as the Oxum gas station, but the recycler is now outside instead of inside. It's also a little bit bigger than the gas station. It gives you a little bit more food than the gas station, so it's a pretty good monument to have. I don't know why they couldn't include it in the base game, but you know. Water treatment is also on this server. I didn't really get to run it that much. You're gonna see uh, there's a little bit of a glitchiness on these servers. And in all actuality, though, these servers are really smooth, and that was probably the only glitch that I had on this server until the very end and stick around to see how the fuck this game sold me at the end because of some weird glitch I've never seen in this game before, but I'll explain that when we get to it. And if you haven't noticed already, this gameplay is actually not a live commentary. This is actually gameplay from my stream, and the audio at some points were a little bit mixy, so I decided to just do the commentary over this. At some points I do talk a little bit, but most of the commentary is going to be in this fashion for this video. And I also believe I did this for my last wipe video, which is now at 10K views and is one of my top 3 viewed videos ever. So if you guys like the cut commentaries more than the live commentaries, please let me know. And again, thank you for the increased amount of support I've been getting on my Rust videos. One thing I do want to say is, moving forward and looking into the future, Rust will not be the only game that I'm playing and uploading to YouTube. It probably will be my main game, but I do want to play games like Warzone again, and when Call of Duty Vanguard comes out, I'm going to be playing that. I'm going to be playing God of War when it comes out. So there's a lot of games coming out that I'm excited for, and Rust, while I'm not entirely going to step away from Rust, will probably have less videos up in the future. But for now, it's my main game, and it seems like you guys enjoy it the most, so that's what I'm going to be uploading for now. Stay tuned for all my future updates and videos, and we'll talk more about that later. At this point in the video, I've done a little bit of recycling and scrap runs on the road, so it's about time to make a base. So I'm running around trying to find a flat area, and even though it was wipe day, like I said, there were still a lot of decayed bases that I was thinking about taking over, but in general, there were a lot of bases already up. I was a few hours late to this wipe, so that's understandable, but it was a little bit harder for me to pick a location since a lot of this land was already covered in bases. And then on my way to this flat area next to Sewer Branch, which I like to run Sewer Branch a little bit, and it was also next to water treatment. I was going to make a base there, and I started to hear some gunshots, so I decided to run the other way and just slap a base down close enough that I can run Dome, Sewer Branch, and eventually water treatment. After looking for an extremely long time and not really being able to find any flat surfaces that has not been already taken over by another base, I just decided to slap a base down right here on the other side of the mountain where I just saw those guys shooting. And not long after I decided to put my base here did I get interrupted, and I assumed that it was one of the guys that I had just saw with the gun. And I've died so many times in the middle of building my base that I decided to try to Ioka him just in case. But it ended up being a fucking naked, just fucking bothering me. So I put him down real quick, and that was the last I've ever seen this guy in the wipe. After wasting my time on that guy, I decided to upgrade my base and actually go get some progress done. So I decided to go run Dome really quick. It's been really quiet on this side of the server, besides those two guys I saw shooting in the beginning. But since then, I haven't heard anything, and that naked was pretty much the only interaction I had in this wipe so far. So I decided to go run Dome, take my chances, and it actually turned out to be one of the smoothest runs I've ever had. And after getting that stuff back home from the dome run, I decided it's time to slap down a tier 1 workbench and a large box because I'm about to go do some more scrap runs and recycling. I'm really just trying to get blueprints because, like I said, I have no blueprints on this server. So getting that custom was a really good start. And by the time I finished farming the scrap on the road, it was pitch black, and I really don't like doing shit in this game when it's nighttime. So I decided to just wait till morning to go to Bandit Camp and recycle, and then I ran across another decayed base. Didn't really have much, but he had some stuff in his TC, and you know, first day of the wipe, whatever I could take helps. I usually don't like to recycle at Bandit Camp because there was a glitch where people could kill you in Bandit Camp and they were not able to be killed by the guards, and it was strictly because the guards don't move how the guards in Outpost move. Like they stand in one spot instead of roaming like the Outpost guards. But one thing they did on these servers, I don't know if it's in the main game yet to fix it. One thing they did was move this guard from that left corner and move him to the middle of the room, so now he has a clear line of sight to that whole recycling area. So that glitch should be patched, and I'm glad they fucking fixed it. At this point in the stream, I'm excited for this wipe. I'm thinking I'm having the greatest wipe ever, and so far so good, right? And even right here, I get a DB out of the crate. another gun that I need to research, and I have a full inventory of scrap again to recycle. So overall, I feel like I was doing great this wipe. Slapped the furnace down so we can get some of our ores cooking. Got a research table so I can start researching these weapons. We started with the DB and then the custom, and then I did the pickaxe. I was gonna do the hatchet as well, but I already have multiple hatchets, so I didn't really need or feel the need to spend my scrap on that. But after that, I decided to go take my chances at Sewer Branch. And side note, has anyone ever been able to loot these guys' feet sticking out of the wall? I've read on Reddit that it's possible, but I've never been able to. Let me know down in the comments if you have. At this point, we're not too far from Sewer Branch, and I get a revolver out of this crate. This is probably the best luck I've had in crates on a day one wipe, and since the beginning of the game, to be honest. I don't think I've ever had this much luck. But then I decided to go do a quick run through Sewer Branch. I didn't go through the underground tunnels because I don't have any green key cards yet at the moment, but I did go check the crates up top. And if you guys didn't know, there's actually crates that can be found in this little cave right here to the left of Sewer Branch. One time I got a python out of a military crate in here, but actually this time it was 3 common crates. That was the most crates I've ever seen in this cave part. But after that, I decided to go do the Sewer Branch parkour to get those crates up at top. And I've fallen off of this a few times actually. I've never fallen from Dome. Well, I think I did fall from Dome in the beta, but I've never fallen from Dome in the full game. But this little parkour right here, I've bumped my head and fell maybe 2 to 3 times already. That little part right there always gets me. This one's a tricky jump too sometimes. But once you're like at this part, you're pretty much golden. Except I almost slipped off some invisible slide right there. There wasn't anything too crazy in these crates to be honest, but they're still pretty easy crates to loot, and I did get a little mass right there, some tech trash, so it's not bad. It wasn't bad crates, but I was expecting at least a custom or something out of them, but not this time. The next time you come to Sewer Branch though, things get a little bit more interesting. So after this run, I just take everything back to the base. Even though I'm not a fan of the revolver at all, I decided to research it because it is a tier 1 gun and it will help me next wipe, so I might as well research it, right? And then while it's still dark, I usually don't do anything while it's dark, but this time I decided to check and see if my base was honeycombable at all. And for the most part, I was able to honeycomb and expand this base, but it was just this one piece right here in the corner which did not work, so there was nothing I could do about that. Um, in all honesty, I really do have to get better at my base building and my base expansions because, man, the way I get raided sometimes is fucking ridiculous. It's like they always know the perfect place to blow into. So I got to get a little bit better with my base protection. And then after that, I did another quick dome run. I don't think I got anything too crazy out of this one either. After another smooth dome run, I decided to go quickly recycle at the awesome gas station this time. When approaching, I heard someone already inside using the recycler. Let me remind you that I'm fresh from a dome run with full inventory, and this is not something I would usually do or advise. I didn't get to recycle, but I did get some good gear and some of his stuff that he recycled. So overall, I would call it a win. I spotted him trying to track my base down and follow me back to my base, and unlucky for this guy. After that W, I decided to go do one more run at Sewer Branch, see if the crates respawned. On the way, I decided to do a little bit of farming, mostly for low grade and crude oil because I still need more furnaces in the base. And I guess you could say this is like the climax of the wipe for me, and also the start of the downfall. And I guess you can call this the biggest play of the wipe. He had almost 2,000 metal frags, a blue key card, almost 500 scraps. So I was on my way to a tier 2 in the first day, which is kind of rare for me as a solo. Plus he had a Tommy, which is my favorite gun in the whole game. I make a big brain decision right here to make a stash and try to stash this stuff. Because of how fast he gave up after I killed him, I knew he didn't have any teammates around to try to pick him up or get the stuff back for him. So I knew he was going to be coming back as fast as possible to try to get his stuff back. So I found a hiding place and hid the most valuable stuff in my opinion. Where the fuck is he? I decided to gear back up and go check out the situation again and make sure he didn't find the stash. And also see if he left anything on my body. I don't know why I got so cocky after hitting him just one time after he proved already that he had pretty good aim. So it was pretty dumb for me to leave cover. GG's. Are you the same guy? Are you the same guy?
Can you just tell me what the scrap is?
I don't, low key, bro. I don't know if it was you that shot me or someone else, but I might have dropped it.
You don't know where the Tommy or the scrap is, bro?
The Tommy I had, but the scrap, no.
The Tommy you had on your body?
Nah, I ran it back. Not gonna cap, but I don't have any scrap.
Oh, so you don't know what happened to the 400 scrap?
After that encounter, I decided to go back and check just to make sure, see if anything was left behind, and lo and behold, he did actually leave a little bit of stuff behind on his body, as well as my body from the second time he killed me, so, I guess it wasn't too big of a loss, but that was also my last positive moment in this wipe. Bro, you killed me with a nail gun? What the fuck? GG's. After dying for like what, the third time in a row, I decided to give up on PvP and just go back to doing some farming stuff. The base needed a little bit more upkeep, and I also wanted to start expanding, so I decided to go do some farming. I low-key forgot that I researched a pump. I was wondering if I researched it before I edited this video. So that's good to see that I did research the pump. I believe that was the last gun that I researched, the last thing in general that I researched for this wipe. And now you're going to see me do my shitty attempt at expanding my 2x1. I am in a little bit of a scuffed area. It's not entirely flat, so give me a little bit of a break, but it's kind of embarrassing, the design that I go for. And when you see the end of this video, you're gonna see how pointless this expansion was. So I need a little bit more stone to actually finish upgrading the second floor, and on my way back with almost 4,000 stone, I believe, in my inventory, this guy just acted like he had to take me down. He would not let me run past him. I really did not want to fight him. I tried to avoid him as much as possible, and this is the outcome. Another tale of misfortune. Damn, bro, you got some good aim. What the fuck? Looking back on this fight while I'm editing this video, we were both completely dog shit. I thought he was hitting me way more than he actually was, and I probably could have won that. After that, I decided the last thing I wanted to do for this wipe was get a tier 2, which I pretty much had the scrap in the metal for already hidden away. But I didn't want to go get it yet, just in case that guy is still roaming the area and trying to find his loot. But before that, I wanted to go get a med syringe from a scientist and get that researched for the next wipe. Let's go. So the last thing I did on this first day of the wipe was get my second floor fully upgraded, added another furnace, also added another double door to seal off the core to my TC. So I thought I was doing pretty good for day one, and I decided to get off, and uh, just my luck, like always, I've been offline fucking raided. Day two of the wipe, I just don't get why it's so easy for me to get raided. And even with all this work that I put into beefing up the front and honeycombing the sides and the second floor, they literally blew up the one wall that I could not honeycomb. Are you the one who raided
I
me?
didn't even notice. But look.
You're sad. Oh yeah. Are you the one who raided me, guy?
Hey man,
What's up, guy?
I didn't raid you.
Oh.
I just started.
Oh.
You have a teammate?
Well, I kind of just got my whole wipe fucked. I'm just gonna get off, Brody.
Yeah. Wait, do you have a torch by any chance?
Yeah, I got you. I'm gonna drop it in here.
Thanks.
Have fun.
Yeah, good luck on if you try again.
I actually had no plans on trying to get in this wipe until I remembered that stash was still there, was almost 600 scrap, almost 2,000 metal frags, and a gun. So this wipe was not over. I still had a chance to turn it around. So we're back over here where I hid the stash by sewer branch, and for the longest I couldn't find this shit. But if you didn't know, if you go around hitting the ground with a hammer, it makes a distinct noise when you actually hit the stash. So that's a quick tip on how to find your stashes if you lost them. But got my stuff back. Then we ran back to the base. I was gonna decide on if I was gonna try to rebuild this base, but I ended up deciding to just take everything I could and go run and try to make another base somewhere else and just have a fresh start. Not too far from my base, I found another decayed base that had a little bit more stuff for me, and I took that and I decided to go as far as possible away from this area and try to set up a new base and have a new start. Everything seems fine, right? And even now, looking back on this recording, this is where it's all started to go downhill. Okay, so I placed my door wrong. I want my door swinging inward. So I try to pick it up, but it doesn't let me pick it up. It does not give me any option to pick my door up. So this is the first point of glitchiness, which is gonna cost me the second chance at this wipe. I didn't even notice that until editing. Man, I'm kind of pissed just rewatching this because the game absolutely sold me. So like I said, I always get attacked while making bases. It never fails. Even though we got pretty much everything upgraded except a couple walls, I'm still vulnerable. I don't have a TC. I barely have anything to defend myself. I didn't want to take the Tommy out with me because I didn't want people to see it on my back and target me for it. And I only had 20 bullets for it anyway, so it wasn't really that useful. So I go out and do a little bit more farming to finish up the base. I'm thinking I'm pretty solid. It's also the next morning, so it's not a full populated server yet. But let's just keep watching how this game completely sold my second chance at this wipe. So after farming up the remaining stuff I need to finish my 2x1, this guy literally appears out of fucking nowhere with a pipe shotgun and chases me down. I have nothing. I am naked with a hatchet. I despise people who chase naked. I really despise it. Like, what did you want from me? So after panicking a little while, I've been in this situation before where I've lost my base because I just didn't upgrade the walls. So he could have pushed me right there, which made me feel like he was either reloading or just scared. So I'm spamming square to upgrade my walls. As you can see, I have enough wood to upgrade my walls. I am spamming square. I have all the time in the world. He has not shot another wall out yet until right there. I literally have to use the alternative method of upgrading the wall, which is L2, and then you use the right stick to choose which material you're gonna upgrade with. Instead of just pressing square, which I should have been able to do because I had over 1,000 wood in my inventory. I do not know why that glitch happened, but that glitch single-handedly sold my wipe. And to be completely honest, like I said earlier in this video, I have one more Rust video, one more Rust wipe video that I'm going to be editing and uploading. But after that, I am seriously going to be taking a break from Rust content on my channel, at least solo content. I don't have anyone who likes to play the game, so I'm going to be taking a break from Rust. The next video might be the last Rust console video for a while. So if you guys made it this far to the video, I really do appreciate you guys and all the continued support I've been getting on all my Rust content. It's not going to be the last Rust video ever, but it will be like a long time before I take Rust serious again. At least for a whole wipe. You might still see the solo play clips and things like that, but this one really hurt.